Welcome back in, everyone. This is episode 21 of the 1950s survival, going from $0 to $10 million. And I'm over here clearing some room for a field. And the more I look at this and the more I'm driving over here, grabbing these little trees, I'm thinking, hey, that's a very bad idea because that hill is very, very steep. Let's avoid that spot for right now. Maybe if we start running out of room across the whole entire map, you know, that big old map right there, then I'll start building a field on a hill. But building a field on a hill in 1951, yeah, no, that's not going to be any fun. I did load some up in this truck. I'm not going to load the rest of those up in this truck. I'm actually going to use our auto load system out of our semi truck and trailer there. But since these are already in here, might as well bring them over here. Now, previously I used to just cut them right up, and I'll show you why I'm not cutting them up anymore, because previously they weren't really worth much money, I don't think, but I think they're worth the liter count. What I mean by the liter count is getting those liters inside the sawmill and start making something else that's worth something valuable, like furniture or planks. Let's take a look at exactly what I was talking about with the whole liter count. Looking at this tree that's sticking out the side here, because I'm wonderful like that and can't seem to load these in correctly. But it says volume 271 liters. That 271 liters will of course be turned into something else over at the sawmill. Now if I was to sell it, let's see here, what's it worth? Current value $189. I guess that would add up, and we'd probably have a little over $1,000 right here. I don't know, maybe I was just too lazy and tired of moving them, because I was loading them up by hand like I did on the back of that little truck. Since I got an easier way here, maybe I will start keeping them all. But every now and then there's one kind of sitting in the middle of a field that I built, and I just like, hey, you know what, let's delete it. We're at 50,602 liters, putting that in there, taking us up to 53,000. Yeah, some pretty good liter count in there. I'm currently flying our 1951 drone right now, trying to figure out where exactly I want to put a field, and it's going to be right over here. This is nice and flat, work out good, but then I also got to remember expansion, because I will end up getting more sheds eventually. I mean, we got to get some sort of harvester equipment for these fields, and oh my gosh, I got to save up money for that. Forgot all about that. Ooh, gosh, this is not looking good. Not looking good at all. Anyways, back to the whole field thing. We'll put a field over here, maybe 2 or 3. I should probably split them up, make them small, keep them small, kind of like this field was right here, because that's a pretty good sized field, I think, for 1951. It is a 1 acre field, and it doesn't sound like much, but how long it took me to do all the field work to it, it definitely is much. Looks like this field came out to 1.3 acres right here. Now, instead of me going out there driving for these fields, I'm actually just doing this right here. I don't care about making them perfectly square. Nah, I don't care about that at all, because I don't make perfectly square turns. I end up doing rounded turns, so I try to make them as round as possible. That way I can make these harvests and everything complete as possible. Now that I'm thinking about this more and more, maybe I should do perfect squares. That way I can get as much out of it as possible instead of missing here and there on the turns. Oh well, we'll see what happens. And I may end up adjusting these fields a little bit, because I mean, look at that right there. That's sticking out so much more than that is. I don't know how I feel, and I'll see how I feel once I see it on the ground as well. I did say I need to save some room for some more storage later on, and that would be kind of in this area or over here. Looks like I'm kind of encroaching in that area, but I think I'm going to put more storage over here moving forward. And that would be this area right here. Plenty of room right there. I think we can get a couple of harvesters in there, and who says I got to keep all this stuff together? I could end up putting a shed over there or something for all our grass equipment, or something over there for all our something equipment. You get what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. Man, I'm not liking how this meadow grass is not growing back, because before I do plow up these fields, I like to mow them first, but this is not going to be much of a mow out of this, I don't think. We're still going to hit it with the mower though. Starting to get a little bit low on fuel in these things. Probably enough, I don't know, but I need to get some sort of fuel station over here, and I don't got enough money. I do have enough money to buy it right now, but not enough money to fill it up. It's a 20,000 liter capacity, and I think we'll kind of put it over here out of the way. I don't know, is it smart to have it up against something? And wow, this is in a different language. That might be Russian. Yeah, I think right here would be good. That's going to cost us $2,000. We're down to $838. Let's go ahead and start loading up a whole thing of silage and get it sold off. Not the best time for selling silage, but that's what we have to sell off. Unless I go out there and cut down some trees, I don't want to do that right now. I am also wasting time by not having this tractor out here on the field mowing, and I just realized something. I think I got way too close to this over here. May have to back that field up this way a little bit, but that's good. We'll take care of that after we get the grass picked up and we kind of see an outline. Just taking a quick peek into this trailer over here. I have the option of selling it. $12,793 value. Might sell it off, but I got a feeling I might need to keep it for a second, because we need to make some good money, and instead of running that big semi, I can run the small trailer. And you know what? Never mind, cancel that plan. I'm just going to go ahead and sell it now. Why run the small trailer whenever I can run the semi? $12,793, that's ours. Probably should have repaired, repaint, but I don't think I had enough money. I'm not even sure how much it costs, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and top off our fuel tanker thing here. Now, I do got both the tractors out there going. We'll see if they run out of fuel or not. And how do I top this off right here? I don't know about topping it off, but $27,000. Wow, I do not have that much money. I think we can go for a little bit less. 13,000. Do I have that much? I might have that much. Oh, nope, don't even have that much. Okay, let's go a little bit lower. Let's go 5,000 liters. Thank you for that. I'll spend $6,875 on some diesel. We can come over here and get refilled a little bit later. Now, I do need to get something else to probably wash this equipment. Maybe. Silage is still being made there. We're not in a rush for money. I'm going to hold off on it. We got 111,000 liters of silage in count and adding up real fast there. The reason I'm going to hold off on it for right now is I'm going to go back to cutting up those 6-meter logs, maybe even do some 9 meters just to make multiple trips. But we're going to start selling off some logs. That way we can get that bank balance in the top right up, up, and up while this mowing is going on. We got a couple of months. You know, I never did look into that. When exactly do we need to have these fields ready? I'm looking for planting season for wheat, maybe some barley, maybe some canola. Not sure. So August, September. If I want to get into canola, that's going to be August, obviously, then September for wheat and barley. Really need something, like I mentioned previously, for getting chickens. We do have harvest time coming up on our oats, though, in July, so I got to keep an eye out for that and make sure I don't miss it. I mean, how am I going to miss it? I only got one field out there. You know, I'm out here cutting up these trees, and I'm like cutting up a whole lot, thinking, you know what, I need a whole lot. I need to make a whole lot of money. But I don't even know how much these harvesters cost. I mean, it is 1951, and these harvesters are tiny. I don't think these things are going to be no $500,000 harvesters. I should probably look into that before I just go out there and try to make $500,000 from logs. Yeah, no, I think we good. I think we real good. I mean, look at this thing. $4,000? You got to be kidding me. Where in the world's the header for, though? The reason I'm asking that, I'm not seeing a combination button down there in the bottom. There it is right there, $750. Now, I do have these harvester options here. I'm not 100% sure how the dates are on these. If I can remember correctly, I believe this International 141 was the only one I could find that was made before 1950. These other ones didn't exactly have a date to them. I mean, this does say Lizard on it, but there should be an actual name out there. It's been a while since I looked this stuff up, but I believe this International 141 here was made in, I think, 1941. Even though these do look old, some of them are actually pretty new. We'll most likely be going with this International, so $13,000 has a 1,800 liter capacity, and this one over here has a bigger capacity, but I'm not too worried about the whole capacity thing. I'm more worried about trying to keep it as realistic as possible, and plus, who doesn't like International Harvester? 13,000 there. How much is the header? The header is going to be 3,600, so $16,600. Yeah, I think we're looking good. We don't have that money now, but I think we're about to get that money with all these logs right here off the ground. Let me get them picked up, get them sold off, see if that's even a full trailer or not. They are cut to 6 meters. I was saying something about doing 9 meters, just making more trips, less cuts, stuff like that. Oh well. This is not a full trailer, nowhere near a full trailer actually, because this only took up the front half and a few little spots in the back. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it over to the sell point and hold up. Wait a minute, what is that stuff? I remember seeing it previously. It's long links. I ain't gonna worry about it right now. But we're gonna get it over to the sell point, start making some money on this, and then of course spend that money on something, some new equipment. Not gonna give that away yet. Like I said, I like to leave these things on cliffhangers. It's been a while since I had to sell off some logs. Let's go ahead and get this sold off. Hopefully they all sell off. That's also why I did not top it off all the way. But that right there, $26,105. That's going to leave us plenty of money to buy what I want, even though I'm not sure what the cost is of what I want, but I know it's not $32,000. Quick update on our whole mowing situation we got going over here. I did end up changing that whole setup to 2 meters wide. Previously it was registering as like a 1.4, 1.6 meter wide mower, but it does say 2 meters, so I don't know what's going on there. Went ahead and changed it itself, and it looks like it's working great. It's not missing anything or anything I can actually tell that it's missing, and I'm going to go through starting to get this stuff picked up, and we're going to be purchasing something pretty nice next episode that's going to help us with all this whole stuff right here. If y'all guess what that is, drop that in the comments, because that's all the time I got for this episode here. Really want to thank y'all so much for stopping in and watching. I really do appreciate it. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section, because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.